In the past few weeks, I've been going over all the little bits and pieces of footage I filmed over the past 2.5 months and trying to make some kind of sense of it and trying to organize it into one consistent video. And it's been hard. There's also a lot of it that I want to cut out because it gets me down. Well, there's been a lot that has been getting me down this past 2 months, which is also why I've been more quiet. But I am trying to get out of it. And hopefully, with the arrival of spring in the next 2-3 months, it should get better. Well, spring doesn't really arrive here until April, maybe May. But for me, once it's March, the worst is over. And hope is back in the world. But let's rewind and go back to December and see what I was doing back then. Well, it was mostly about the shop. I've been very lucky that people have been stopping at my shop to buy some Christmas cards. So that has kept me happily busy. I love packing orders and I love sending my cards. It feels like I have many pen pals that I'm sending letters to every day. Well, it was almost every day back before Christmas. Now it's not so often. But also there haven't been much new stuff in my shop lately, but we'll talk about that a little later.
There, he asked us what we were up to. He kept asking questions like where we were headed later and whether we wanted to hang out with him and his nephew. We did. He was quiet for it. My wife and I don't live together. She had become
I could focus mostly on the shop in December, and once that was over, the not so pleasant reality hit me in the face, and January was quite the struggle. It usually is for me at that time of year. I am very low on energy, I feel sleepy and tired all the time. The days are short and dark, and it's very cold and unpleasant to be outside. And none of the things I tried had made any difference for me. But the worst thing was the realization that I couldn't rely on my shop so much anymore and that I needed to search for a regular job because I lost mine back in October and has been searching ever since and coming up with nothing. I kind of took a pause in December to relax a little bit and to focus on the shop. But now we're back to that. And if there is something that I really hate, it's job search. Job search, client search, kind of the same thing. It's my least favorite activity I can imagine. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the more fun projects I did in January. I made my first calendar and I did originally want to print it as a regular calendar, but that's not really possible for me at the time. So for the time being, it's only available as a digital download in my shop. So basically you would only get a PDF file that you can print out yourself. And what is kind of convenient with this calendar is that it's open, so there are no dates on it and you can add your own dates and basically use it for any year. I have been already using it myself, even though it's been pretty hard to plan because I don't know what my goals are at the moment. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm basically just trying to survive in a way, so that's been a bit tricky and no calendar can really help with that sort of stuff, but at least it's pretty. I have the February printout out there behind me. You can't really see anything. But yeah, I spent 2 weeks, I think, working on the illustrations for each month because each month has its own illustrated page with space for planning for each day. And in addition to that, there is a collective sheet for the whole year, month by month, and a little planning sheet for each week. Well, It's just one sheet for a week, but you can print it infinite amount of times. So. And then another project that I've been quite excited about is what I like to call the Goodie Club. It's basically an email subscription service where I would be sending a small digital goodie every month to my subscribers. I've already sent 2 of those, one for January, one for February, but you can join at any time. There will be a link in the description, and once you sign up, you would have to confirm your email because of some regulations. You need to really agree that I'll be sending you stuff. Otherwise, the EU won't be happy with me. So the subscription process might be a little bit annoying, but it's what I gotta do to comply with the law. And I'm pretty law abiding. So once you do that, you will receive your first goodie, which is a small coloring book with, I believe, 12 different illustrations from places all around Denmark. And you can start with that. And next goodie you'll receive will be in March. Well, the last Friday of February. Or, I have no idea when you're watching this. So basically, you'll get a welcome goodie once you subscribe, and then there'll be another one the next month, and so on. So yeah, working on those goodies was fun, and kind of setting up the whole system was learning some new stuff. So that was kind of exciting to me. And yeah, I'm still learning how to do this thing, but hopefully it works. And then another project for the shop. I decided to offer couples portraits for Valentine's Day. So I set that up, and I'm currently working on adding house portraits to the mix. I haven't tried doing official commissions before. I have done commissions, but they were just people asking me if I would do something for them. I haven't really announced any officially, and it makes me a bit nervous. So I'm only opening 3 slots for the portraits and 3 slots for the houses to see how it goes, how much time it takes me, and so that I can deliver those portraits quickly for the client. But yeah, you can have a look if that's something you're interested in. There'll be a link in the description. But yeah, I did a couple of trial portraits just to get a bit of a sense for the time it takes and all that. And then there's been a lot of filling time. Honestly, when I'm thinking back, I wonder what was I doing, because it feels like getting up, having breakfast, staring at the screen for some hours, eating, sleeping, thinking about what am I doing. I've been feeling very unproductive and generally just not great. We've been also getting a little bit of snowfall. It's barely covering the ground. Most of the time it's not, it's melting quickly. But I managed to take a little trip to the forest and have a little bit of adventures in nature. But beautiful as it is, it's so cold. It was really hard adventure to get through. And because everything was so beautiful and I wanted to take pictures and videos of everything, it was pretty hard on my hands. But I made it through. I think I need a serious change of wardrobe because my current clothes aren't really very good at keeping me warm. Thankfully, I had some tea with me that helped a little bit. And yeah, that's kind of what I remember from the past 2-3 months. It's been slow and repetitive and sad and a bit hopeless, but hopefully it will get better. The days have noticeably grown, and that's a pretty great thing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to spring. And how have you been? Are you looking forward to spring? Are you really loving winter? Are you happy? Are you sad? Let me know so we can bond over it. Also, thanks a lot to everyone who have stopped at my shop. It's been really, really great and helpful because for the time being, my shop is my only source of income. We still have probably about a month of lockdown, maybe more, who knows. So every little visit to my shop means a lot to me. So thank you so, so much. If you need any greeting cards or portraits or calendars, maybe give my shop a look. Link will be in the description. And if you'd like to have some free goodies, Also check the description and subscribe to the Goodie Club. I will start working on some spring cards real soon. Hopefully that will cheer me up, and hopefully the cards will cheer you up. I hope I will have the funds to actually produce those cards. We shall see. But yeah, thanks for keeping me company. I will see you next time, and until then, have fun.